Okay, first I looked around. Looks like there was no comment in the discussion page that was inspired by a Slayer song, sadly. It does seem like they said that they potentially had a dream that inspired this. But yeah. Now, we have an author that we have heard a couple times, their name, and I really do enjoy their works. The author is called The Great Hippo. And I'm trying to look very carefully which is the last one we had of theirs. Because that is the one who created the SCP I just told you I would not tell you about. Which I'm not sure if that's the last one we had of the Great Hippo. The Great Hippo is fantastic, by the way. Yes, no, the last one we had of Great Hippo was 2639, Video Game Violence, which was also... It was a group of 3 kids that played Quake, and they downloaded some mods, which then ended up that the consciousness and body got transported into the game, and every time they started a match, the video game avatar would spawn in real life, and they would think they would be playing a game, but they actually were killing real people. And it's a whole story of how the Foundation is like communicating with them, and they find the kids are like learning what they've been doing this whole time, and now they became part of the Foundation as a special mobile task force that can deal with that will deal with monsters only. That was part of the deal, that they will not fight against other humans. They will not be sent out to fight against humans. They will only fight against anomalies and monsters. It was very sad because like they didn't realize they were stuck in the video game for like over 20 years, and that they've been killing actual people for over 20 years. Really well written. Like I said, it's the same author who made the Crackle Woods Park SCP, which is the really terrifying one with the children, which I will spare Steph about, but I will eventually tell her about this one because it is one probably of the most. I will say it's probably one of the best SCPs in Series 3, just from like the way it's written, or at least the best one in the later half of Series 3, like because it's where is it? It's 2571, yeah. But yeah, okay. The Great Hippo, you wrote The Many Graves of Jeannette Parslov. So, okay. You're lucky we agreed no whispers in Switzerland. Well, you said I should give you a few days. You didn't say I don't want to hear it ever. Upper class Euclid. Picotain procedures, a 5-kilometer fenced perimeter has been established around. You said, oh, pardon me. That's true. That's true. I apologize. It's 1:30. The last SCP. I'm sorry. My brain's not thinking. A 5-kilometer fence perimeter has been established around SB2679. This perimeter is to be maintained as private property by MTF New 5 blind watchmakers. Efforts to prevent SB2679's ongoing expansions are underway. New -B instances are to be exhumed at regular intervals. Any observed changes are to be documented. Not sure. I'm done. We already got a grave here. Okay. You're forgiven. Thank you. I'll get it right one day, and it's gonna be soon. Because like the interesting thing is when you're not around, I do say day, but the moment you're around, I fuck up, and I hate it. It's not that hard. SB2679 is a site of the Sleepy Oak Meadow Cemetery, located 45 kilometers northwest of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. We're not in the US. We're in Canada. -A instances are graves found throughout SB2679. As many as 3 new instances of -A have been observed to emerge in a single day. Tombstones will extend upwards from the soil, a process which takes 4 to 12 hours. Oh, so it comes out of the soil. Oh god. I can already tell this is gonna go dark. These tombstones vary in size and shape. These tombstones vary in size and shape, but otherwise non-anomalous. Each bears the name Jeannette Parslov. Coffins appear approximately 1 to 4 meters beneath each instance and contain an instance of -B. Instances of -B are the remains of various organisms. Similarities between the effect of SCP-2679 and SCP-3422 have been noted. Investigation into a possible connection between the two phenomena is ongoing. You've been doing a lot better though, I'll give you that. But not perfect yet. We'll get there. You're my Brister. So I have to just get better. I have to get better and better and better and better and better, and then one day it's just gonna be natural. It's just gonna be normal. It's just gonna be what I always will say. And then a new person comes in like, yeah, my pronouns are they them, but you can also say she if you want, and I'll be like, pick one, please. You think I suffered? You think I trained myself so you can bamboozle me like this? Pick one. No, just kidding. Okay. Investigate into possible connection. Yeah. Today, personnel have observed over 1,000-A instances. Manifestation continues to expand out from the center of SCP-2679. Research into methods to prevent the emergence of additional instances is underway. Addendum 1. Autopsy findings. Okay, here we go, guys. Knowing Great Hippo. Great Hippo writes in such a way that, like, the longer you read it, the more and more information you gain, and the more and more it's revealed, which makes it better. Access, autopsies, 12 log. Subject, SCP-2679-B12. Examiner, Dr. Richard Briner. External examination, adult human female, height of 1.62 meters, mass of 45 kilograms, abrasions on fingers and knuckles. Internal examination physiology consistent with typical young adult, otherwise unremarkable. Inspection of lung tissue indicates rapid onset of hypoxia. Insufficient oxygen supply to the lungs. Because he was buried alive? Is that what happened? Laboratory data genetic analysis confirms presence of human DNA, no match in Foundation database. Hypercapnia is the likely cause of death. Elevated carbon dioxide levels in blood. Presence of physical trauma indicates prolonged struggle between the subjects succumbed to hypoxia. And we can... okay. So wait, hold on. Aberration on fingers and knuckles, so Jeannette was trying to dig her way out, right? That's what I'm reading here, and then they died because they didn't get any oxygen. Okay, that's at least what I'm understanding so far. Let's go on. Autopsies, 75 log. Subject SCP-2679-B 075, Dr. Richard Bryan. That's the thing about Great Hippo. Great Hippo takes concepts that are terrifying and makes a good SCP out of them. Like I said, the Cracker Woods Park is terrifying. The video game one is terrifying and sad. Yeah, it's like external examination. Adult human female, height of 1.60. Oh, they're grown. Mass of 48 kilograms. So grown and gained some weight. Acute albinism. Characterized by a lack of skin and hair pigmentation. Severe aberration on forearm, hands, and digits. Cutaneous avulsions on distal phalanges. Presence of numerous ungual splinters. Complete removal of skin tissue. Internal examination. Unremarkable. Lung tissue indicates rapid onset of hypoxic. Yeah. This must be a different person then. Laboratory data genetic analysis confirms presence of human DNA near identical to match. Okay, so it's not a different person. It's the same person as the previous test. No other matches in Foundation databases. Hypercapnia is the likely cause of death. Physical trauma includes significant interior damage to the coffin. Suggests a prolonged struggle and possible self-mutilation. Oh my god. I watched the movie with Ryan Reynolds where he's buried alive. Honestly, a movie where Ryan Reynolds does not act like Ryan Reynolds, which is very like refreshing. But yeah, it's terrifying. But it's like this whole like he's trying to like get out, and buried alive is like such a terrifying concept. It's such a terrifying concept. But yeah, this reminds me of that. Autopsies 129. There's a lot. By the way, the fact that they have 129 autopsies done. The sheer fall of being buried alive is ugh. Yeah, I feel you. Okay, and then we have a Julia Blair who has examined this. Adult human of indeterminate sex, height of 1.72 meters, mass of 53 kilograms. Why is this person keep on like growing and gaining weight? Acute albinism, subject lacks hair, androgenic, vellus or otherwise, visible genitalia or secondary sex characteristics. Lacks visible genitalia, so it's like nothing there. The reapparation and dermal evolution across subject's body, several lacerations present along forearms and fraction of the left radial. I'm just holding the stick, by the way, this whole time. I'm just like down here holding the stick in panic. Several lacerations present along forearms and a fraction of the left radial bone. Both eyes extruded. Forcibly removed. Holy shit. Internal examination. Internal reproductive organs are absent. Examination of cranium reveals minor yet significant cephalic abnormalities. Pelvic bone used to determine sex, female. Lung tissue indicates rapid onset of hypoxic hypoxia. And then we have a B129 radial fracture. Ugh. Oof. The thing is, right now, I'm just trying to like figure out if it's what the big twist will be, because right now it's like it seems like the person's putting back inside a coffin over and over and over again. But I wonder why they're growing and gaining weight while this is happening, and every single time it gets worse. Autopsy is 526. God damn, man, get her out of there. Like, the moment you see a fucking gravestone, just like, rapid dig, man. Like, why are you waiting? Unless it's, like, too late whenever a gravestone pops up. Okay. Subject B, 526. Dr. Julia Blair. Examination. Human of indeterminate age and sex. Height of 1.79. Not much. Yeah, okay. Meters, mass of 62 kilograms, acute albinism subject, lacks hair, androgenic, vellus or otherwise, genitalia or secondary sex characteristics. Deformities include supernumerary phalanges at fingers and anophthalmia. So additional knuckles and what the fuck? The absence of one or both eyes. What is going on? The reaberration and laceration across subject's body. Numerous fractures and breaks are present, particularly along the maxilla and nasal bone. 3 teeth, 2 from the maxilla, 1 from the mandible, are broken. So here we can see how they have extra knuckles in the fingers. Like, it's like extremely long as well. Internal examination. Internal reproductive organs are absent. Significant reduction in size of frontal lobes. 9. Acute hyperplasia in amygdala. Part of the brain responsible for personality and cognition. Enlargement of organ via increase in cell reproduction. I'm surprised that mechanics has not said a single thing, by the way, throughout all this. Pelvic bone used to determine sex, female. Lung tissue indicates rapid onset of hypoxic hypoxia. And here we have a right hand supernumerary phalanges. Yeah, there's a lot of extra knuckles there. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's like 1 extra. Damn, that's so wild to think about. Laboratory data genetic analysis indicates significant deviations from human DNA. Was there always significant deviations? Okay, before it was genetic analysis confirms presence of human DNA. Confirms presence of human DNA, but now it's a deviation. Whoever is in those coffins is losing their humanity. No matter. Subject asphyxiated. Internal damage to the coffin led to its collapse. Subject was crushed beneath the weight of the soil. Preventing respiration. Evidence suggests damage to the face and jaw was sustained during repeated strikes against the coffin lid. It's straight up scrambling your brain, man. Access. Here we have another fucking 980. 900. The fact that they like just did not like this many autopsies. Like, did they ever try to like save the person? Oh boy. Look, the Richard Bryan's back. External examination. Bipedal humanoid. Height of. God, they're tall now. Of height of 1.95 meters. Mass of 89 kilograms. No discernible sex, age, or age or reproductive organs. Acute albinism and lack of hair. The Foundation save someone? No, yeah, sadly the Foundation's like 80% never save anybody, and then the other 20% is like, yeah, occasionally we save. Okay. Acute albinism and lack of hair, androgenic or otherwise. Extensive deformities are present and include, but are not limited to, expanded mandibles, lower maxilla, acute hypodontia, atypical dental morphology, elongated secondary phalanges, protruding approx 5 centimeters from fingers and toes, anophthalmia both eyes, and a recessed absent nasal dorsum. See attachment B 985 for complete list. Specifically 15 additional teeth, 7 in the maxilla and 8 in the mandible. Subject has severe laceration and dermal avulsion across its body, along with acute swelling in the abdominal region. It's almost like every time she injures herself in the coffin, her next body morphs into something that is impacted by that. Because now we have like, oh, the head has changed, which we read before in here that the head has been like damaged. And before as well, like oh, like the fingers were, like the hand was like broken, but then like the extra phalanges is like, it's adding parts to her that were broken before. Also, it's completely morphing her. That's what I'm guessing. B 985. No deformation of maxilla, mandibles, and supernumerary teeth. Approximately 20 kilograms of soil removed from some, and I think that's the reason why she weighs more, and why she gains in size, because they add like so much more body parts. Probably like making her like strong, making her like more durable. What was that sound? Was that me? Did I do something? Maybe it was like some weird sound in my mouth and I just... Okay. Internal examination, approximately 20 kilograms of soil removed from stomach and intestinal tract. Severe structural aberration throughout subject, a skeletal, pulmonary, and central nervous system. Laboratory data, no matches found in Foundation database. So now the DNA is just completely gone. It's like the human DNA is just gone. Subject asphyxiated, internal damage to coffin led to its collapse. Forensic analysis of gravesite indicates subjects persisted in burrowing upwards for 20 minutes before succumbing to hypoxia. So if a person is laid inside this coffin, turns into something else, then it's not if a person lays it's the same person over and over again. They're being transformed and constantly being put back into... Fuck off. I almost didn't have a single bot this whole stream. I was so happy, and then you fucking showed up. My dog hipped in her sleep right at the same time you said, what was that song? And I was like, that's just Sophie, silly. That's not what I heard, but it's fine. Steph, can you please explain to mechanic? I need to get this done. It's almost 2 in the morning. I have to get this done. Subject asphyxiated. The internal damage to coffin led to its collapse. Forensic analysis of gravesite indicates subjects persisted in burrowing upwards for 20 minutes before succumbing to hypoxia. So they actually managed to get almost out of their addendum. Addendum 2, recovery. On the 9th, 2nd, 2014, reports of an expanding cemetery led to the discovery of SCP-2679 in addition to 14 instances of -A, 9 non-anomalous graves were found. All were exhumed for relocation. Of particular note was the tombstone with the following inscription. So here we go. Jeannette Parslov from 1994 till 2014, so 20 years, pretty young. Daughter, sister, mother, what? Damn, a mother at 20? You were far too young to lose your life. Whatever it takes, do what you must. Whatever it costs, come back to us. Upon examination, the grave was found to be empty. Yeah. Okay. So what? Whoever this fucking... So that's why... Ooh. Ooh boy, okay. So, whoever put this writing on the tombstone probably actually activated some sort of spell where Jeannette will try to come back, but they're constantly being looped. They're constantly being put back, like they're not being put back in the same coffin every time they die. They constantly are being put back in the earth. Their body morphs to become stronger to dig out of the earth. Whatever it takes, do what you must. Whatever the cost, come back to us. So she is losing more and more of her humanity, morphing her body to be fitting for digging out of the earth. That's why he has like these longer mandibles, and why her teeth almost look like they could like chomp her way out. So wow. I told you, like, fucking the Great Hippo really knows how to write these things. Like, he really has a way of creating, like, taking a concept and just making it like a thing that the more you read, the more intrigued you get, and then like at the end, he adds the one little last piece of information that makes you go. Sometimes he does that, like, where like in the middle you get information that makes you go like, oh my, okay, I think I'm getting it, but then the last part is like always probably like, ain't no way. So yeah, it looks like Jeannette Parslov is yeah, somebody wants her to come back, and she is trying to come back, but she is changing herself so much to successfully come back. Oof. That's... Oof. That is... Like we talked about already, like, being buried alive is already bad enough. Imagine being buried alive 1,000 times. 1,000 times Jeannette was buried alive, trying to dig her way out of the grave, of the earth. We even read in like in attempt number 985, she almost, well, she didn't almost, but she got up. She managed to like dig a certain amount before then, you know, ran out of oxygen. Like 20 minutes of burrowing upwards before she, like, that's a long time. Was trying to dig your way out of the ground. You know what would be insane? And then doesn't need to be written. It's just, you can just think about it. Imagine when she actually successfully gets out. How's she gonna look like? She will probably try to get back to her family and they will not recognize her. Or do they, or does the person that wrote that on the tombstone actually know that Jeannette will like transform this much? And it makes you also wonder if the Foundation actually helped digging her out while she's trying to dig herself out. What would happen next? Would she just cease, like, would she just exist like the way she is? Will she eventually die again? She can die. She's not immortal, but technically. Which makes me also wonder if she does get out and then dies again out of, let's just say, old age. Does she get back in the coffin? Like what? Does she just end up back down there? Another question is is she staying 20 years old? Is she like forever 20? Trying to dig herself out, and if she were to die from old age, would she transform to be back being 20 again? Trying to dig her way out of the thing again? Or is that like, or is that the spell not needed anymore because she has spent time with the family? Ooh, yeah. Like I said, Great Hippo knows how to write them.